God, all things are possible.
Really, Jesus?
Yes.
Thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you, Stuff Jesus.
Stuffy Jesus is here.
Absolutely.
Thank you to a parishioner who got me this handy dandy Stuff Jesus. So
And he speaks.
he
He
speaks.
speaks.
Yeah, like most of the
Who do you
Bible.
say that I am? That's what my if I could
Oh, follow
me.
you.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
nice.
I
Thank
like
you.
that.
For God so loved the world.
Really? Okay. Okay. That's okay. Anyway, thank you.
Prop him up. Let's put the mic right here. There we go.
Really sick.
There he is. He
He
looks
can hide
happy
my.
there.
He can hide my drink.
Oh, nice.
Mountain Dew, not a sponsor.
Contemplate.
Yet.
There's not much. Okay, we're in the third week of Advent, and there's not much in this bulletin, honestly. So it's good that Jesus showed up and is entertaining us. And
Jesus.
Diana does not approve of this message, but
Probably not.
it's just the way it goes.
Probably.
But yeah,
That's how it goes.
Gaudete, right?
What does that mean for those who don't know?
Plural.
I know what
That's
it
all that
means.
matters.
What
It's
does it
plural.
mean?
The te tells you it's plural.
All of y'all.
All y'all.
All yins.
All y'all.
Or
It's a
yins.
command.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a command.
Hmm.
It's a command. To Gaude.
To Gaudete.
To Gaude. And Gaude, everybody.
Joy.
Joyce.
Joy. Rejoice.
Well, yeah, like, because
And be glad?
just rejoice. Well, joy. Well, you get, I mean, like, be joyful. Joy.
You're starting to sound like
Joy,
the
joy,
Jesus when we
joy.
push the button a bunch of times. You're like,
That's what.
oh.
If I was just looking out at the
Remix.
candles, it's the joy. We're on the third. It's the joy. Joy, 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 joy.
To the world.
So
This
here
is
we are.
exciting because like I was
Yeah.
sick, so I did not
Oh, last
participate in this bulletin at all. So this is the first time since I moved to St. Jude's that I am actually picking up the bulletin, like
So-
not knowing what's in it. I'm very excited
Surprise!
right
There's no typo.
now. I'm looking. I'm looking for.
I
one.
mean,
there might
He's
be.
hunting.
feel free. I am not perfect, so
Yeah, you're pretty close. though.
threw this together. And I had to apologize to Michael DeSanctis the week before because I was not able to get this in the one prior to. So this is very kind of last minute. But anyway,
we'll talk about it.
the normal stuff kind of going on the first couple pages. We did put a little extra plug in there for the Advent Art by Dark.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have one on the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st. So I think, depending on when you're watching this podcast, you might be able to get to the 14th over at Sacred Heart. Our friends at Sacred Heart put together this really cool art exhibit from, I forget the guy's name, Scott Erickson. Really cool stuff. So I went last week. It was a great time, and just a nice way to like meditate and pray and enter into like some different parts of what Advent's all about.
I've heard it's
So,
very good.
yeah, it's kind of fun. So that's going on. So we have a big plug for that.
Nice.
And then Celebrate Recovery, big plug for that every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And again, this is for anybody who's dealing with anything. So I think people are like, oh, I don't have a big problem. Well, the fact that you think you don't have any problems might mean you have a problem. So just come and maybe come and see. It's
Yeah.
a way to pray. It's nothing. We're not here to fix anyone or to cure anything, but to let God's grace, seep in. So
It's almost also. I thought I went to I was there at the first one, and one of the things that we haven't said that for me, my experience of it was actually it's a good thing to prepare as well to have something go wrong. Like I was sitting there going, right now I'm actually I'm in a good spot. With some of my bad habits or hangups, and it's like, okay, I'm doing well. And I was playing the music, kind of thinking, you know what, I'm ministering. I don't really need to be at Celebrate Recovery. And then it dawned on me that, like, knowing myself and my brokenness, being like, I will one day.
yeah.
So it's actually a really cool thing if you are in a good spot and you're like, you know what, I don't really need Celebrate Recovery. Your witness, knowing that just being present to the people that do need it is beautiful, but it also can help you, I think, get comfortable being like, you know what, there will come a time where I might need this, because it's not just about
Yep.
addictions or something like that. It could also be about grief. You know, if you lose a loved one and you need a place to go to sort of process and just to think and to be supported, Celebrate Recovery is great for that too. So that's something I think a good reminder for people. If you are in a good spot, Celebrate Recovery could be a good place to go to sort of like grow in the community that you will need later. So anyway, just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. So,
Yeah.
but
Type
yeah, the
of
people have been
gratitude
coming.
meeting,
Yeah,
you know?
all of us are there too. It's nice. It's a good time.
We have a good,
been
it is a fun crowd, honestly.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things I don't not look forward to it. You know, like
Yeah.
there's certain things I don't always look forward to,
Yeah.
but you know, like our fellowship in the morning on Wednesday. Our Wednesdays are pretty packed.
Yeah.
And we encounter a lot of people on Wednesdays.
I love
that's pretty
like,
cool.
but like it's everything on Wednesday though is awesome. Like here, and that's one of the neat things about a lot of the ministries. So like pay attention to the calendar, especially after the holidays, because a lot of stuff's going to start popping up, and it's all things that we're looking forward to. The preparation, not so much, but the
Yeah.
events are all really good.
It's good times.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a handful of things going on this week. You know, in the upcoming events, one of the main things is our Advent nights. I still don't know what, maybe we didn't call them the right thing, but we have one more of our Advent preparation nights, our kind of church where people don't go to church. This one is entitled "Come, Let Us Adore Him," and it's based on what the angels, or rather what the Magi experience. And so the first week was No Room in the Inn, kind of what Mary and Joseph encountered when they went to Bethlehem. Last week was on like Be Not Afraid, the angelic message to the shepherds. Again, interestingly, you know, people outside the walls. And then so we go from, you know, Mary and Joseph are outside, you know, the inn. Then we're outside the walls because of the shepherds. Now we're going even further, right, to the Magi who show up. So we see from the very beginning of God's plan, there's this like ripple effect or like circles or rings of like grace, you know, kind of, you know, coming from Jesus that ultimately get to the ends of the world. So, you know, through us, of course. So kind of a cool, powerful thing. So that's happening. Sunday night, we're having adoration of the Blessed Sacrament too, Sunday night. So at 4:30
Along with some praise and worship to go with that.
Praise
So if
and
that's your
worship.
thing, come on over.
on our,
Come, let us adore
and
him.
we just need a sponsor for a new Nord piano. So we got to pray for that. And then it's the red
Please.
piano. I finally found what I was talking about. And then Monday, December 18th, Dr. DeSanctis. I hope anybody who looks for something fun, a proper seat for Emmanuel. He's doing reflections on Christmas crush kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. I think we're in the 500 and something anniversary of the crush.
Oh.
The creche is the nativity
the
scene,
nativity
correct?
scene, yes, yeah.
For those who
Cool.
don't know what that is.
But I'm sure Dr. DeSanctis will go over that.
Oh, I'm
500
sure.
Plus, like St. Francis created it more or less.
Gotcha.
Very incarnational. We have Faith Formation on the 19th. And then again, our Wednesdays are always busy with Mass and fellowship, Bible studies, school, Mass, Library Recovery, kind of a typical Wednesday next week. And then starting on Friday, December 22nd, we'll be closed for a few days, you know, for the holiday. So, and then Christmas Masses, those are all in the bulletin as well. And then I know we're still praying for the Pope's intentions for persons with disabilities. So that's kind of cool for this month.
Yeah.
Something that came up this past Sunday, I was dealing with Carl, my son. He's on the spectrum, and I started to I just wanted to affirm the parish. This was awesome. So I started to get frustrated with him, you know, because he was talking the whole blah, 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 you know, and he started to get a little bit loud, and I'm like, shh, stop it, you know. And like I had like 5 people after Mass actually walk up to me and be like, hey, noticed you started to get a little bit frustrated with your son. Don't be frustrated with him. It was really interesting. I was like, it was beautiful. So like a year ago, we were telling people, you know, it's okay. And the people that we told, you know, this to were reminding me of it. So well done. It wasn't a test. I really did need to hear it, and I really appreciate it.
Full circle,
like
though,
it was beautiful. So well done, good and faithful servants. Because yeah, it was overwhelming, the amount of people that were like, hey, it's okay. I was like, oh, you're right. Thank you.
Good. And, you know, obviously, you know, sometimes children in church, you know, it annoys certain people on certain days in certain ways. And that's
Absolutely.
that's who we all are. And, you know, so when that happens, you know, I'm not mad at the people that are annoyed. I mean, we all get
No.
annoyed by certain things, but just kind of pray for that openness to make church is like, as Bishop Barron I think made it clear from the very beginning of his ministry, is like you are not you are not your own. Like everything you do is not for you. We live for others, and I mean that's what all the saints kind of point us towards. That's what Jesus models and teaches. So I'm like, so that's when I'm like, when I'm frustrated with something, I'm like, is it for me, or is this for someone else? And
Absolutely.
I wish I did that perfectly, but I don't. But even with the kids, sometimes they'll be making a lot of noise during the homily, and then I'm like, oh well, who cares?
Well, like even like it's a beautiful just example of I think if I were to say one thing I've seen grow this last year, because we're coming to the end of the year, we've seen a lot of stuff, but one of the things is there has been much more of an ebb and flow, kind of going like messages going out from us and then coming back. Like I've seen that a lot, where people are buying into a lot of your pastoral challenges that you've given to us. And what is ironic is watching them come right back to the office or to the administration or whatever, being like, hey, like I'm excited about this, and sitting there, like I'll be sitting there feeling guilty, being like, I'm not excited about that. Like I'm the one who maybe is in charge of this idea and I'm not excited about it anymore, and someone comes in and is like, I'm so excited, and I'm like, I gotta go to prayer. So it's exciting. So like I'm just really excited to see the life in the parish. It's been life-giving to me lately. So thank you all. Well done.
Yeah,
it's
going
good.
Well, I know Nick's dressed in his
Nick has been working
not
super
his
hard.
not his bridegroom outfit, but
I've been preparing for him.
you're preparing for me to come over and see how far we are with. We're just updating, just kind of doing a little makeover of our restrooms over in the school in the parish center there, and we put in our hospitality bar, like our station there, where we're gonna have
I'm excited to see it.
Coffee
tonight.
and
I haven't
water
been over there yet. I'm pumped.
We don't have the I mean, we are so close to hooking up the plumbing. I don't know. I'm sitting here antsy. I'm like,
I'm just going to see what it looks
I'm like, well, we should go. We could actually probably get everything. We could definitely get. Well, anyway, we I'm like, yay, let's go do it. But anyway, so we'll have to talk. We need it. We're getting very close to having like our coffee water station. Just we're so thankful. Just so much generosity and kindness, and getting this ready so that when we have events over there, that we can minimize the amount of pre-labor that goes into everything. Everybody's getting a little bit older, and like the idea of carrying like 100-cup coffee pots around and doing this and that, it's like we don't need to. We can work smarter, not harder.
Speaking of generosity, a quick shout out. We just helped. We had our last weekend. We had the giving tree. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Our giving tree.
Get picked up all the gifts. The generosity. The guys who came to pick them up were blown away. Like, and it's easy for us to say that to make our parish sound cool. Like, oh yeah, we're so generous. They were literally standing in the Guadalupe room, looking at all the gifts, like shaking their heads, being like, "This is unreal." I mean, it was a 26-foot.
26-footer, yeah.
26-foot truck packed. Like, I mean, it was overflowing, and they were all just so grateful. So we just want to convey that to all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, there were hundreds of gifts given, and there was one guy who really spoke to me. Little glory story, quick. The guy, he called and he was like, "Hey, is there a spending limit on this?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "The star says bike shoes." And I was like, "Okay." Like, I think the kid wrote like wanted shoes to ride in his bike with, And the guy goes, "Well, I bought him a bike." And I was like, "That is so awesome." Like, so, and it wasn't just that one. There were a bunch of other gifts that were just like, so many kids are going to experience joy this holiday season. So as we get to Gaudete Sunday, thank you for providing that for so many kids. Like, it was unreal. So thank you.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I know she hates it when we do this, but shout out to her. She's doing the last of the tickets this week. Oh yeah, for the Winnevet.
Yeah. Well, just to back up real quick. So our gifts, we did like 400 gifts for Christmas, like 400 gifts and families were reached with that. Thanksgiving wise, over 160 families were helped with our food. And then our I Give Catholic, just in case I don't say it on here, we raised nearly $22,000 to kind of put towards our St. Jude Cares fund to create a lasting legacy and a sustainable endowment to help those who are most in need. So, I mean, we've in the last month and a half, raised, tens of thousands of dollars in time, talent, treasure. So, and a nice balance of everything really too. So, yeah.
So well done. Let's keep up the good work.
And here we are.
Nick, you too.
Yeah.
You look like you're working over there.
Well, I was going to say a quick shout out to Chuck from Edgecraft, who did our countertop over there at the Parish Center.
Yeah, that's come out really nice.
Phenomenally, does great work. That is his thing, is countertops. So maybe something to keep in mind for anybody who watches this and needs
Chuck's a good guy.
A little remodel. So
who is it again?
Chuck DeMarco.
Yep.
Chuck DeMarco.
Yeah.
The company's called Edgecraft.
I'm trying to think.
Edgecraft.
Yeah, he really
Chuck
helped us out,
DeMarco.
because he's very patient with Nick and I as we're kind of, we're trying just to do a little remodel, nothing crazy, just kind of clean stuff up, But yeah, so it's been good. So I know this time of year, a lot of prayers for everybody who loves Advent and Christmas and everybody who doesn't. We have a lot of times this time of year we get sometimes depressed, and brings back a lot of memories of people we've lost and things. And I know Tim kind of touched on that earlier, but I think, especially in Erie, I think a lot of people are feeling certain things like that. So just kind of know of our continued prayers, support, and if you need anything with anything, probably we can help. There's no guarantee on Nick and I if we do any plumbing for you, but everything else we're happy to help, and it's good to be with everybody. And we'll hope to see everybody at Christmas. We have our fourth Sunday of Advent normal masses, 4:30, 7:30, 9, 10:30, and then Christmas Eve 4:15, 6:15, 11:15, and Christmas Day Monday the 25th is at 9:15 a.m. So we do get a little break.
One on Christmas Day.
One on Christmas Day. But you choose one from column A, and you choose a mass from column B in order to fulfill your obligation for the weekend. So anyway, that's where we're at. Anything else for the good of the order?
A quick prayer, maybe.
Go for it.
Nick, you want to do it?
Nick, you want to pray? You said
Nick,
the least
do you want to
number.
pray?
Nick, do you want to?
Nick, do you want to? It's like there's no such thing as a stupid question, but that you could classify, I think, as one. Nick, do you want to pray? Yes, he does. All the time.
I would love to.
Pray us out.
Oh, God, Father in heaven, thank you so much for bringing us together today. Knowing these last couple of weeks have been really just crazy and busy and wild, but it's all been in preparation to remember the beautiful gift you've given us, that is indeed yourself. So as we continue forward on this day, may we just keep in mind what we are truly preparing for, that joy of your very self, your very love, and your spirit, that we may shine that light then that you have given us so wonderfully to all those that we meet, and that we glorify you with all that we do. It is in all this that we ask and we love in your Son's holy name, our Lord Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Amen. Oh, yep. Oh, come, Emmanuel.
What's the parting words?
Peace be with you.
Oh,
There it is.
All right. Thanks.